back on Born Before 64 with the subject of the new book, Out of the Box, the almost true story of the mysterious man, right?
Mostly true story.
Mostly true story of the mysterious man, written by Julie Morse.
Julie Morse.
Who couldn't be with us today. She'll be on our second television show, which we're going to do with Bob, because there's so much to cover, right, Bob?
Right.
Right. Now, so you had this little taste of adventure in your soul. So what did you do when your brother left?
I got on this ship in Brindisi, Italy, and went through Corinth Canal in Greece, and wound up in Haifa, Israel. And I had a friend there who I got in touch with, and I think within 4 or 5 days I had a job.
What were you doing there?
Worked for a corrugated box company.
And that's the beginning of your career in the box business?
It really was.
And so, how exciting was the box business at that time?
Pretty exciting.
Really?
It really was, yeah. It was
what did you think of Israel?
Oh, it was a small country, quite unique place. There was absolutely no crime, a pioneer spirit in the country, and people helped one another, and just a unique place at the time. And I was lucky because I had some American experience. The job I'd had previously here was Signode Steel, and because I was an American and, of course, spoke fluent English, I was considered a technical expert in that pioneering country.
In a pioneering country. I know you went to college, and what type of degree did you get when you went through college?
I had a marketing degree, and I had a year of engineering.
Oh, so you had really a lot of talent in a lot of different ways, right?
Okay,
so what do you do with corrugated boxes? Tell us about what they did, and what kind of customers did you have back then?
Biggest use of corrugated boxes at the company was packaging citrus fruits, oranges.
Oranges, okay.
Yeah, for export to Europe and other countries in the Middle East.
Wow.
Which nobody thought there was any trade between Israel and the Arab countries, but it was a very simple rule those days. You'd ship the boxes to Cyprus, and then they would go tranship to Egypt. And nobody seemed to make any fuss about it. It was interesting.
Right. So you were there how long, Bob?
About a half a year.
6 months?
Yeah.
And so then what happened? Did you get the bug again about going to travel again, or what happened?
Well, I came back to Chicago and got a job in the box business, and after that I made trips for other reasons, sometimes my own vacations, sometimes for business. But I really started much later. I became a publisher of a magazine, a packaging magazine called Boxboard Containers.
Right.
And I was lucky because I was very young, and magazine was in trouble, and so I progressed very quickly up the ladder because the owners had a problem, really.
What was the problem? Do you remember?
It was badly staffed and badly managed. It was a publishing company in trouble. And I found out at the time that a company in trouble, you can move much faster in a sinking ship, really, than you can in a very successful, well-run.
Successful company, right. Yeah. So, did you have a lot of advertisers back then?
That was my job, really.
That was your job?
Publisher really concerned with advertising.
Right.
I found out very quickly that nothing is wrong with a magazine that another 100 pages of ads wouldn't fix.
I have to share this with you because I was in the publishing business as well, and I used to work for the Newburyport Daily News and a few others. I sold one year 88 pages, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a challenge for me. I just loved it. I think you have to really love what you do, and it sounded like you really loved the box business. So then, how long were you a publisher, and how did that...
13 years.
13 years.
13 years. As I said, the magazine was in big trouble when I took it over. We had 22% of the market, tough competition with over 50, almost 60% of the market. So it was a real challenge to turn things around. And we had a staff of just young people. That's all I could get, really. And I was young myself. And we were certainly outclassed by the competition. Man for man, better than we were.
Right, right.
Our only advantage, I quickly figured out, was that we were all, on the average, really, 15 years younger.
than the rest of them.
than our competition.
So what did you do to actually turn it around? What
We
were
just-
the keys to success for
We
you?
just had to outgun them, go out there and work 9, 10 hours a day, make extra sales calls, drive that last 150 miles to call on that customer who never got called on by the competition, was too far away. And little by little, we began to turn the table. And then we really worked at it. Each year we picked away at their lead, and at a point about 4 years later, we passed them.
Wow. I can imagine they were pretty shocked. So when did you decide that you had enough of the magazine business?
Well, I promised everybody on the staff I'd be out of there by the time I was 40. And I'd make room so everybody else could move up. I had a guy that I thought would replace me as publisher, and everybody in the staff would move up. And that's what happened. That's what I did.
When did you meet your wife?
About a month after I became publisher.
And how did you woo her to marry you? Do you remember?
I'm trying to think of something special, but
You were direct opposites, true.
yeah, I could.
And what did she do that was so exciting to you that you say she's extremely smart?
Very bright woman, well versed in the arts, music, literature, speaks to this day Spanish, the Slavic languages, German, and English.
Now, did she come from a different country, or was she born here in the United
She
States?
was born in Olmutz, Czechoslovakia, what is now the
Beautiful
Czech
country.
Republic,
Oh, I love the Czech Republic.
and came
Great
here.
artist.
Right.
Right.
Came here after the war, was a war refugee really, and came to Quito, Ecuador, South America. And went to school there for 3 years and came to Chicago, which is where I met her.
Now we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back, and we're going to talk about those years and then beyond. All right? We'll be right back on Born Before 64. And by the way, where can people buy your book?
You can get that book on Amazon. You
Right.
can get it at Barnes & Noble. And I believe it's available in a hardcover form, a softcover, and electronically.
That's great. We'll be right back.